Hi, it's Over975 and welcome to Nipsy Does Honor Mode episode 38. Now, following on from the portal and saving Halcyon, I went straight to saving the other half of the boy's spirit. Now, I must admit, I didn't look up how to do this fight beforehand, and maybe I should have done, because I was obviously doing something wrong because things were going really badly at points, and I took a lot more damage than I remember taking. I remember to get out of the areas that he creates as quickly as possible. A little too late, and yeah, this actually, I don't know, it wasn't a tough fight, but the amount of damage Karlak just took, it was like, oh yeah, you can't just hit the bubble. Now, I must admit, last time I played through this was in honor mode, but with two of us, and we were both playing OP silly characters. I was a gnome necromancer with a basically army of undead everywhere I went, and Woody was playing a paladin with super smites. So yeah, it was pretty quick and brutal. So I was kind of like, I think I have to get outside the zones, keep everyone alive, and yeah, not just hit the glass dome thing until it cracks, because clearly that bounces back and does damage to you. But equally, I couldn't remember how to go about doing this, and obviously low hit point stuff like my Raven just died. So this was not the easiest to fight and turned into a bit of a tough one, but like straight here, just the amount of damage it just did to me. I think because I was stood slightly in that zone, I don't know. So the original plan of attacking his dome, I decided it was probably best to try something else. But let's say with Baldur's Gate 3, there's a lot of these fights that have puzzles to them as well, which is the same in D&D. There's fights you do constantly. That part of the challenge is working out the puzzle of the fight. This was clearly something I wasn't doing very well, because clearly my stuff was getting obliterated. So yeah, I mean, I came here with the same amount of stuff left over as I had previously from my recent fight with the portal, so I had a lot of help in this fight, and with all my summoned creatures that I had left over from the fight at the portal. But they all eventually died, and I'm totally lost as to what I was supposed to do for a bit. So eventually I did manage to switch tactics and change my approach, and it worked a lot better, and I managed to win the fight. But this is kind of a good lesson in a way, that when you're, not sure what to do, that's when you're most dangered. You gotta, like, I was thinking, well, surely I've just got to take down the dome, but it's actually you have to take down everything else to get the dome broken. And so once I switched that tactic, that's when things started to work out. And yeah, so it's one of those things when you play Baldur's Gate 3, if things aren't going your way and the tactic's not working, you have to realise that changing tack is probably going to save your butt. I mean, I've done this fight 4 times. You'd think I'd remember, but yeah, I had to quickly adjust what I was doing, rethink, and change things around, which I wasn't expecting to do. I didn't think I'd have to, but luckily I had the little dudes helping me and various helpy stuff, and ultimately I was able to switch tack, which is one of the hardest things to do in game. Unfortunately, I was too far away from Karlak to heal her when I did that, so that didn't work out perfectly for me. But yeah, ultimately I messed up totally, but was able to muddle through, and so it didn't work out too bad in the end, but things could have gone smoother and could have gone better. Thank God I had all the summonses, and thank God that like I was able to tank the damage that we did. But yeah, things did not go well. But yeah. Also, some useful abilities to help reverberate things, and yeah, just generally smacking crap out of everything. It worked in the end, and I had a couple of instances so far in my run through where things have not worked out. I'm still trying to smash the bubble at this point, and I'm like, man, that's just doing me so much damage. Honestly, at this point I was like, have they changed this fight since patch 8? Has something changed and I don't know what I'm doing, or you know, something odd's going on? But yeah, I was kind of lucky to get through this one, and I don't know, you know, what to say, I didn't do a very good job of changing tack. I struggled with a few bits. You know, I don't know, just didn't quite work out how I wanted it to, and I was able to manage to muddle through, but I think that's more luck than judgment, and I probably used up a lot of my luck on this playthrough in this one fight, because yeah, normally I know what I'm doing, so it's awkward in a fight where I had no clue what I was doing, and I was just struggling to work it through. But yeah, the Azures did me good. They soaked up a lot of damage, and they were really, really helpful to have around, and it was kind of luck that I had them, and at this point I'm, you know, just trying to finish off these things, open up the portal, and thinking, should I use up potions of speed? But in the end, I think it's Karlach smashing this thing down that makes all the difference, and lo and behold, that's it. And it's a really annoying fight, which you don't get much reward for, apart from little animation, and later you get the coolest bit, which is the curse being broken, and you've done your bit to help that and get rid of the shadow curse. So all in all, that's pretty cool. I like the little animation, so I'll leave you with that and say that's all. Thank you very much for watching. Yeah, I'll have to look up what I did wrong in that fight. Bit of a mess, that one. But enjoy the little animation and it vanishing.